The night sky is alive tonight, and it carries more than light. It carries a message. On October 9th, the supermoon isn't just a spectacular display in the heavens. It is a portal, a rare doorway where the energies of the universe converge, amplifying awareness, intuition, and subtle spiritual signals that most never notice. Many walk through life blind to these moments, unaware that ignoring such signs can silently block the flow of blessings meant to elevate their path. I am Shi-Hing Yi, and in this video we will uncover the hidden power of this supermoon. You will learn how to recognize the subtle messages woven into your emotions, your energy, and the quiet nudges of your intuition. We will explore why these cosmic alignments are more than spectacle. They are opportunities to cleanse, realign, and awaken dormant potential within you. By the end of this video, you will understand how the choices you make right after this portal can either unlock profound blessings or close doors that may not open again for months, even years. Tonight, the universe whispers secrets to those who are willing to listen. You will discover ways to harness this energy through practices rooted in ancient Shaolin wisdom, practices that have guided seekers for centuries toward mastery, clarity, and balance. You will learn why emotional waves, fleeting thoughts, and unexpected urges during this period are not random. They are messages pointing you toward alignment and growth. Welcome to our channel Shaolin Soulfire, where we explore the intersections of ancient wisdom, self-mastery, and cosmic guidance. Subscribe now and walk this path with us. Every moment of awareness you cultivate tonight can transform the blessings waiting for you, but only if you heed the signs. Stay with me until the very end, and you will see why this supermoon could change everything. Some nights speak louder than words, though most fail to hear them. Tonight, after the supermoon, the world may feel slightly different, an undercurrent moving beneath ordinary moments, subtle yet undeniable. Energy shifts like ripples across water, emotions rise and fall in unexpected patterns, and the body hums with signals we often ignore. These are not random. They are whispers from the universe, guiding you toward the path you must walk. The first lesson is to notice. The Shaolin masters teach that true clarity comes not from seeking grand visions, but from attentiveness to the small, quiet details. A sudden tension in your shoulders, a fleeting thought that lingers, a wave of restless energy, these are signs. They point to what must be released, what must be embraced, and where your next step lies. The moment you learn to recognize these subtle cues, you begin to navigate life with precision and purpose. Journaling becomes a mirror for the mind and spirit. Write without judgment, capturing shifts in energy, fleeting thoughts, and emotional tides. Reflection transforms ordinary observation into deep understanding. Even small entries, one line noting a sensation, a dream, or a thought, can reveal patterns invisible at first glance. Over days and weeks, these records illuminate the invisible currents that shape your journey. Pay attention to the silence between actions, the pauses that carry meaning. Shaolin wisdom teaches that mastery is born in observation, not reaction. When your awareness sharpens to these subtleties, you will see that the universe communicates constantly through the body, through feelings, through intuition. Ignoring these messages is to walk blind. Receiving them is to step lightly yet firmly onto the path that aligns with your highest purpose. Tonight, let every shift, every flutter, every whisper of energy be noticed. Let the subtle become your guide, and you will begin to move in harmony with forces far greater than yourself. The night after a supermoon, emotions often surge like tides, rising swiftly and receding just as quickly. Joy, restlessness, fear, or clarity may appear unbidden, sometimes all at once. These waves are not obstacles, but mirrors. They reveal the hidden currents within, showing where the mind is unsettled, where the heart clings, and where the spirit yearns for balance. Ancient Shaolin teachings remind us that mastery begins not with control over the world, but with mastery over oneself. Emotions are messengers, not enemies. To push them away or suppress them is to deny the body and mind an essential dialogue. Instead, one observes. Breath anchors awareness. Each surge becomes an opportunity to witness the mind's patterns and the body's responses. A flash of irritation, a wave of sadness, or a sudden surge of excitement all carry messages that guide the next step toward alignment. Discipline is the quiet companion here. The Shaolin path does not seek to eliminate feelings, but to cultivate clarity within them. By observing without judgment, by noting without reaction, the mind strengthens, the heart settles, and the spirit finds space to breathe. Emotional waves are energy. They flow, shift, and eventually fade. To move through them with awareness is to walk the middle path, neither overwhelmed nor numb, neither clinging nor resisting. Even the smallest practice of mindful observation becomes a doorway to inner freedom. Noticing the rise and fall of sensations, naming them silently, allowing them to pass, this is the art of inner alignment. Over time, what once felt chaotic transforms into a rhythm, a subtle dance of energy and awareness. The supermoon illuminates these currents, but the work remains within, to greet every emotion, to learn from it, and to emerge steady, rooted, and fully present. Some energies linger long after their purpose has passed, subtle chains that bind the spirit without notice. The days following a supermoon are a time when these hidden weights rise to the surface. Old fears, limiting beliefs, unresolved tensions, they press quietly, yet insistently, on every thought, every action. To ignore them is to allow stagnation to settle, dimming the clarity and momentum that the universe now offers. The path of inner mastery begins with recognition. Awareness alone opens the door, but disciplined practice is needed to release what no longer serves. Breath becomes the first tool. Deep, intentional inhalations draw clarity into the body. Measured exhalations carry away residual tension, energetic blockages, and old stories whispered from the past. Each breath becomes a cleansing wave, sweeping stagnant energy from the subtle body. Meditation deepens this process. Sitting in quiet observation, the mind learns to notice what clings, without attachment or aversion. Thoughts that once held sway are seen for what they are. Passing clouds, not permanent storms. Mindful movement, stretching, flowing, or simple Shaolin exercises, allows energy to circulate, freeing the body from held tension and awakening channels of vitality that have been dormant. Ancient wisdom teaches that spiritual growth is a living current. Energy unexamined hardens, beliefs unchallenged calcify. Regular practice of these purges is not indulgence, but necessity. Every intentional release expands capacity for clarity, insight, and purposeful action. It strengthens discipline and roots the spirit firmly in the present moment, aligned with its highest potential. In these moments of purification, the supermoon serves as both mirror and guide. It illuminates what is ready to be shed, urging the seeker to act. To embrace this opportunity is to step lightly, unburdened, into life with renewed strength, focus, and awareness. To ignore it is to remain tethered to shadows, missing the subtle blessings that now seek entry. Amid the rush of life, stillness can feel like a rarity, yet it is the foundation of every insight and every awakening. After a supermoon, the world hums with heightened energy, and the mind often mirrors this intensity, scattered, restless, searching for external validation. In these moments, creating quiet spaces becomes essential. Silence is not emptiness. It is a mirror reflecting the true currents of the mind and the subtle guidance of the spirit. Shaolin wisdom teaches that clarity is born from calm, disciplined observation. The mind, when still, begins to perceive the patterns that normally go unnoticed. The rhythm of breath, the fleeting movements of thought, the subtle pull of intuition. In stillness, the heart and body align, and the energy that once flowed chaotically now settles into coherent streams. Even a few intentional minutes of meditation or mindful sitting can reveal the hidden messages woven into each sensation, each emotion, each instinct. Discipline is the bridge to stillness. Without it, moments of silence become rare or shallow, easily broken by distraction or impatience. Yet with regular practice, stillness grows into a sanctuary, a place where decisions are guided not by impulse but by discernment, where the mind listens before it acts, and the spirit senses the path before the foot moves. Ignoring this stillness carries consequences. When the mind remains restless, clarity clouds, intuition falters, and opportunities slip past unnoticed. Blessings, subtle and quiet, cannot enter a space already filled with noise. The energy of the supermoon, powerful and transformative, seeks those who can receive it with attention and presence. Stillness is the vessel that allows this energy to flow fully into life, shaping insight into action and potential into reality. In cultivating silence, the seeker learns a timeless lesson. The universe speaks in whispers, and only those who pause long enough to listen will hear its truth. Awareness opens the door, but it is discipline that carries the body and mind through it. The energy of a supermoon may illuminate possibilities, but insight alone does not create transformation. Without disciplined action, even the most profound realizations remain as fleeting shadows, felt, yet never fully realized in life. True mastery is born where awareness meets consistent practice, where intention is paired with measured effort. Daily rituals become the vessels for this transformation. Mindful breathing centers the mind, grounding scattered energy into calm focus. Each breath becomes a rhythm, a small act of devotion to presence itself, setting intentions at the start of each day. Clear, deliberate and aligned with one's highest purpose turns thought into plan and plan into action. Controlled movement, whether through gentle stretching, walking, or Shaolin-inspired exercises, flows through the body, reinforcing discipline and connecting mind, breath, and energy. The power of these practices lies not in their complexity, but in their consistency. Repetition trains the nervous system, strengthens attention, and roots awareness in the body, creating a stable platform for spiritual insights to manifest. What begins as subtle understanding grows into habitual clarity. Intuition becomes decision, reflection becomes action, and insight shapes reality. Ancient Shaolin wisdom teaches that discipline is not restriction, it is liberation. By showing up daily, even in small ways, the seeker builds a bridge between inner vision and outer life. The energy of cosmic events like the supermoon may open doors, but without disciplined practice, one cannot walk through them fully. Through mindful breath, intentional acts, and disciplined movement, insight solidifies into transformation. Awareness becomes embodied. Potential becomes reality. In this way, discipline is not an obligation. It is the guiding current that turns blessings into lasting growth, illuminating the path from knowledge to true mastery. Life after a supermoon can feel charged, as if every choice carries amplified weight. Emotions and energy surge, intuition speaks more clearly, and the mind races to interpret every sign. In this heightened state, it is easy to fall into extremes, overthinking every impulse or rushing into action without discernment. Both paths lead away from clarity. Overthinking clouds perception, trapping the spirit in hesitation. Overacting scatters energy, turning potential blessings into missed opportunities. The Shaolin teaching of the middle way offers guidance. It is the practice of measured presence, of walking steadily between thought and action. Reflection informs movement, and movement deepens understanding. Each step is taken with awareness, each decision tempered by inner observation. Balance is not passivity, nor is it haste. It is purposeful alignment with both inner wisdom and external circumstance. Mindful pauses become anchors. Before speaking, acting, or reacting, a moment of stillness allows intuition to speak clearly. Likewise, purposeful action prevents reflection from becoming stagnation. In the rhythm between contemplation and execution, insight translates into tangible results. This balance strengthens discipline and cultivates a mind that is both alert and calm, receptive yet decisive. Neglecting this equilibrium has consequences. Impulsive action can disrupt harmony, misaligning intentions and outcomes. Endless rumination can paralyze progress, allowing blessings to slip quietly past. By practicing the middle way, the seeker maintains flow, navigating the currents of energy with steadiness and clarity. True mastery is not found in extremes, but in the quiet skill of measured movement. Awareness without action is like a lantern unlit. Action without awareness is like a flame without direction. Between these, the middle way becomes the path where insight meets opportunity, and where the subtle energies of the supermoon can be fully received, understood, and applied. After a supermoon, the veil between the ordinary and the subtle thins. Perception sharpens, and intuition often rises to a clarity rarely experienced in everyday life. A fleeting thought, a sudden knowing, a dream that lingers upon waking, these are not random fragments. They are messages, signals guiding the mind and heart toward alignment with deeper purpose. Intuition is the language of the inner self, speaking softly but persistently. Shaolin wisdom teaches that the body, mind, and spirit are deeply interconnected. Energy flows through subtle channels, and when the mind quiets, these currents become perceptible. The gut becomes an instrument of discernment. Dreams transform into mirrors of hidden truths, and ordinary moments carry symbolic guidance. Paying attention to these signs cultivates a sensitivity that cannot be learned through books or instruction alone. It arises through practice, observation, and presence. To ignore these messages is to walk partially blind. Hesitation, doubt, or distraction can divert one from the path that is most aligned with life's unfolding purpose. Subtle guidance may arrive only once, or only in a form that will be recognized if the mind is attentive. By responding to intuition with calm clarity, the seeker aligns not only with immediate choices, but with long-term growth and spiritual progression. Listening requires discipline. Journaling impressions, meditating on insights, and taking small, deliberate actions in response to intuitive nudges strengthens the mind's connection to inner wisdom. Over time, what once felt elusive becomes a consistent compass, guiding decision, action, and reflection with harmony. In this post-supermoon window, every instinct, dream, and subtle feeling carries weight. They are invitations to step fully into alignment, to move with purpose, and to honor the quiet intelligence of the self. Ignoring these messages risks lost guidance, but embracing them illuminates a path both steady and profound. The moments after a supermoon are fertile ground for intention, a time when energy flows more freely and the mind is unusually receptive. Planting intentions during this window is not wishful thinking. It is a deliberate act of alignment. Focused intention gathers scattered energy, directing it toward purpose and amplifying the blessings that the universe is ready to offer. Shaolin practice teaches that deliberate action transforms insight into reality. Every movement, every breath, every conscious choice becomes a thread in the fabric of life. When intentions are clearly set, they are no longer abstract thoughts, but active forces, guiding energy toward manifestation. The discipline required to maintain focus, to act consistently in alignment with these intentions, strengthens not only outcomes, but character, cultivating patience, persistence, and clarity. In modern terms, this is the principle of manifestation, the union of thought, action, and energy. The mind, aligned with purpose and reinforced through deliberate effort, channels forces that might otherwise disperse unnoticed. Each moment of attention, each conscious act of service or creation, compounds the energy of intention, producing outcomes that ripple beyond immediate awareness. Yet inattention, laziness, or neglect during this critical period weakens the potential of these energies. Opportunities pass quietly, and blessings that could have been realized remain dormant. Energy is not wasted, it is simply misdirected, leaving the seeker with subtle frustration or a sense of missed alignment. To plant intentions is to act with awareness, to move deliberately, and to honor the flow of energy that surrounds and courses through us. It is a practice of presence and discipline, a merging of ancient insight and natural law. In these moments, focused attention transforms possibility into reality, turning cosmic potential into tangible growth and setting the stage for lasting change. Knowledge without practice is like a river held behind a dam. Its power is known, but it cannot flow. The lessons of the supermoon of heightened awareness, emotional clarity, discipline, and intention hold their true value only when embodied. Insight becomes wisdom not when it is stored in the mind, but when it is lived through action, breath, and presence. Daily life offers countless opportunities to translate understanding into practice. Stillness is not confined to meditation. It is the calm observation held during moments of chaos, the awareness maintained when distractions press in. Discipline is not only ritual, it is the consistency in showing up for oneself, for growth, for alignment, even when the mind wavers. Awareness is not just noticing, it is the quiet attention that shapes decisions, guides movement, and tunes the spirit to subtle currents often overlooked. Ancient Shaolin masters understood that spiritual growth is a path walked, not a truth recited. The body, mind, and energy must harmonize, and this occurs only through repetition, presence, and deliberate integration. Each moment of practice strengthens the bridge between insight and action, between intention and manifestation. Over time, the subtle shifts accumulate, forming a resilient foundation that carries the seeker beyond fleeting enlightenment into enduring mastery. Neglecting integration leaves spiritual lessons incomplete. Awareness without embodiment remains abstract, intention without practice dissipates, insight without action goes unheard. Blessings offered by cosmic alignment, by diligent practice, by the quiet moments of reflection cannot fully unfold if the seeker does not step into them. To embody the lessons is to move with purpose, to breathe with presence, and to live with alignment. It is to carry the teachings in every gesture, every thought, every decision. Only through this daily integration does the fullness of growth, clarity, and blessing become tangible, alive, and unmistakably real. The supermoon is more than a celestial spectacle. It is a portal. It offers a rare opportunity for inner purification, heightened awareness, and focused manifestation. During this window, every subtle sign, every emotional wave, every intuitive nudge carries guidance. Ignoring them is not merely oversight. It is a missed invitation to align with blessings that could shift the course of life. The path is clear. Conscious attention allows perception to sharpen. Disciplined action transforms insight into reality. Mindful presence grounds the spirit in every moment, ensuring that energy flows with purpose rather than dispersing unnoticed. When these elements come together, the fleeting power of the supermoon becomes tangible, guiding the seeker toward clarity, growth, and transformation. Let this be more than observation. Let it be practice. Notice the shifts within your mind and body. Honor the whispers of intuition. Move deliberately, breathe intentionally, and reflect deeply. Small, consistent steps cultivate alignment and open channels for the universe to respond. As these cosmic energies settle, remember that true mastery comes not from knowledge alone, but from embodying awareness in every action. Each mindful choice, each moment of stillness, each disciplined act strengthens the bridge between insight and lived experience. May the blessings of this supermoon guide you toward balance, clarity, and inner strength. Carry its energy forward gently, yet with purpose. If you found guidance and wisdom in this video, like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Shaolin Soulfire, and continue walking this path of presence, discipline, and conscious awakening.